Welcome to the first ever WMMA Math podcast here on Spreaker Radio, brought to you by WombatSports.com. I am Mark the Q. I am your host. After many years of covering the women's divisions, we are back in audio form, and this year we will look to have live guests, up-to-date information, and breaking news the only way Wombat Sports can deliver it. The podcast will also dive into stats and numbers, plus insights on up-and-coming talent in MMA, BJJ, boxing, and beyond. We kick things off with Amanda Bell, who will be facing Amber Leibrock at Bellator February 16th in Connecticut, and which will be live on Paramount Network. I'm still getting used to this new system, so I cut my first question off with Amanda really short, but we talked a little bit about her wrestling and her preps at Animal MMA in Oregon. We pick up the conversation with her talking about how she feels about wrestling expanding to the girls in the area.
Yeah, with the wrestling, I mean, I most on Instagram. Obviously, that now Oregon now does have a women's championship in terms of the high schools as well. I mean, what does that mean to you? I mean, obviously you've fallen in love with the sport, a little bit late, but what's it like for you to kind of see that happening in Oregon?
It's honestly been really, really cool. There's been a lot of real big tournaments available for all of the girls. And just some of the teams that have come around are incredible. We unfortunately didn't get as many girls on the team as we hoped. We ended up with about 6 or 7 girls. And but then there's teams that came in that had like 45 females. I thought that was really, really cool. So it's been neat to see, so much up and coming talent, and just because a lot of these girls actually, you can tell, have been wrestling for years anyway, so it just gives them more of a platform and an ability to get, to get in some really good tournaments with actual females, because, statistically, it shows that when girls are able to compete with each other and actually wrestle other girls, they are a lot more likely to stay in the sport, so.
Yeah, off air, I need to give you a link to my documentary. I'm pretty sure I'd be very interested in seeing it. I was covering the growth of the sport for about a year, so we'll have to talk a little bit off air about that. I know you'd be interested in seeing it. Just in terms of your training camp. I mean, I know you took some time to go down to Syndicate for your last fight as well. I mean, did you pick up a lot from there?
Oh, yeah, I've gone to Syndicate a couple of times. The last time I went was mostly to help out Roxanne, and she was getting ready for her fight with Jar. But actually, John Wood is a fantastic coach. Working with him and seeing how he runs his program, I was able to gain a lot about just my own little things that I needed to work on as far with my stand up and so forth, and just being with a large team like that, it was definitely a great learning experience.
Now, it's kind of an interesting time in the 145 division right now. Bellator is doing a great job of bringing in a lot more talent. Chris, obviously, with the loss, kind of changed things up in terms of the division right now. And how do you feel the division is right now in terms of fresh bodies? Do you think Bellator is finding some really good quality talent out there? And how do you, if with a win, how do you feel your position would be in the division?
I think Bellator's doing a great job bringing in featherweights and showcasing them. It's definitely a stronger division, I feel, than any than going in than going into the UFC or anything. I think a lot of girls actually who are in the featherweights are preferring Bellator over the UFC for many obvious reasons. So it was actually nice and actually very encouraging for me to see so many featherweights start coming into Bellator rather than the other one. And for me, I'm just working as much as as far as I can to just keep up with what's going on and hopefully make my way toward that title belt. I really do. I really do idolize and look up to Julia Budd as a champion. She's a great individual. She's a great champion. I'd be honored to fight her one day and hopefully get that belt myself. So that's just kind of where my focus is at right now, is just to keep just to get a win streak going of some sort. against anybody I can. Last year, I fell short with a lot of family issues that kept me from being able to literally fight, and I was training very minimally, but I don't feel like I don't feel like I've been out of the cage for a year. You know what I mean? Like mentally, I feel very good. I feel very prepared, and I feel very ready for this fight. So I'm not going in with the shaky mentality that I would have had, and like I had in the past when I had such a long layoff.
Yeah, not looking past Amber coming up. I mean, just looking at Julia's style now, it used to be pure Muay Thai, and she has since kind of changed over to more wrestling as well. So we kind of see a similarity between you and the champion as well. I mean, how do you feel about her wrestling, and do you think that how do you feel that your wrestling may match up with hers?
I know wrestling is nasty, man. It looks great. It's great. She's got great control and a great understanding of just, how really just the basics that keep, that make all the difference. I mean, having watched her fight with Talita, it just goes to show how much a good wrestling game can shut down jiu-jitsu. And that's one thing that my coach, was telling me after my loss against Talita, just certain areas where I could have, if I had had honed in more on my wrestling, and then, a little bit more aware of what I had available to me, I think it would have made all the difference in that last fight. But, that's what I like about Julia Budd, is she is a very well-rounded athlete, and she can go either or. So yeah, her wrestling game is fantastic. I think it would be interesting in the end as she and I fight to see, I think it would be a battle. I think it would really be a real aggressive battle. People would love it.
I was excited when Bellator had announced that you were facing Amber, because you guys are on very similar progressions right now. You had two wins, and then you were both coming off losses right now. And like I said, the division's kind of wide open now in terms of challengers for Julia. I mean, first of all, when you heard that it was Amber that was going to be your next opponent, what were your thoughts?
I was honestly expecting it. They were trying to get us matched up last year, but right as the bout agreement came out, we weren't able to announce it at all. But right as things were starting to take shape, I got full word that my mother was going to be going into open heart surgery, and I had to choose one or the other. And I told my manager, I was like, "There's no way I can go into a fight camp and be in this situation that I am now, because out of 3 siblings, I'm the only one who really takes care of my mom. So it was a priority thing in the end. I had to go because I knew it was coming up, and I'm glad I turned it down when I did, because we found out that the surgery was going to be happening in like a week or two. So there was no way that I could have had a full successful camp, with my mom being in the hospital. I went down to Medford, Oregon, where she had the surgery, and I was down there for 3-4 weeks, and I wasn't in the gym, I wasn't training, I was in the hospital every single day. So I'm excited to know that they were able to, get us going again. And it literally is around the exact same time that they wanted us to fight, exactly a year ago. So it's it is what it is. It's something I've been expecting. It's been on the horizon. So I'm just glad that I'm fighting right as the year's gotten started.
How's your mom doing, by the way?
She's doing a lot better. Thank you. She's doing a lot better.
Oh, that's great to hear. Very interesting again, kind of contrast in styles between the two of you as well. I mean, kind of shaping up Amber. I mean, you guys, like I said, it had similar paths coming into this fight. I mean, just looking at Amber as an opponent, what are your thoughts on her?
Amber's a very tough girl. I know she's been working very hard since she's made her switch to the CSA gym down in California, and she's stylistically very aggressive. Very forward with her style. All around, it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be I've kind of got the same mentality about it that I did when I was scheduled to fight Indian Golem. I was just like, well, this is going to be violent. Fuck it, let's just do it.
And I saw that you're going back into weight cutting mode. It seems like you're doing it seems like right now you're doing a very good job on that. How are you feeling right now in terms of the weight cut?
I feel phenomenal. That's the thing is that I know some people would think that being laid off as long as I have been, that the weight cut would be difficult, but I'm not the type of person that allows myself to balloon up to an uncontrollable weight. I keep myself to within like 155, 160, and I always eat clean and healthy regardless because I don't consume a lot of the crap that people do on a daily basis. And plus, I actually got hit up by a girl named Tara Cowell, who is actually the girlfriend of Tamika Brents, and she contacted me because Tamika and I have become friends over the years, and she offered her help with my weight cut, my nutrition, and so forth. And I've never actually had that. I've always been directed by my coach or just knowledgeable enough to be able to do it on my own. So I gave it a chance. I said, sure, let's do it. And she actually has honed me in on certain things that I never thought about. And just the overall direction and the buttoning up of certain things has really helped me phenomenally. And I felt great. I feel very light. I feel very active, and just my recovery has been great. So overall my weight has been cinched. I hit 152 the other day, and just been cycling between 152 and 155 before around there, and now this week it's just starting to shed off even more.
Now you're heading over to Connecticut for this one. I mean, is this your first time going to the East Coast?
Oh no, I lived in Florida for a few years, and then the year before that, when I fought Talika, we were in New York. So I mean, it's the first time I've been to Connecticut, but it's not the first time I've been to the East Coast. No.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, well, it seems like you're really kind of right now on your way and kind of focused getting into the fight as well. I mean, who will be cornering you coming up in the fight?
My coach, Enoch Wilson, and then my teammate, Chance Stamps, is going to be coming with me for this one.
Well, and that's great to hear as well. And like I said, we'll have to talk a little bit off air because I know you have so much passion for the wrestling thing, and I'd love to show you. I'd love to show you the documentary that I did. So we'll talk off air about that as well. Best of luck with the training. Best of luck with the training coming into the fight, and I really look forward to this one. Like I said, I was when they announced you and Amber, I was really excited. So best of luck coming up in your fight. Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining me, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Good talking to you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the WMMA Math Podcast. We'll be back with Bell's opponent, Amber Leibrock, in a few days' time. Please check us out at wombatsports.com for all the news and results from across the women's divisions of women's MMA and beyond, and all of your women's combat sports news. We'll see you soon.